afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Twisted Koi. How are we doing out there, cupcakes, on this glorious Sunday afternoon? And two I sees you today. You, Aventi Koi, and you, Coops Koi. Two brand new channels. Two young lads that have got the koi bug. So if you can do me a favour, guys and girls, a massive favour, go across, give them a like, give them a subscribe. Drop him a comment in the latest video. I know Avanti Koi has already got his Great British Koi Show video up, so if you could get across, give it a view, give it a like, give it a subscribe, tell him I sent you. Hopefully it will tickle him pink. That was after I made him himself yesterday. Well, I was walking around and the pair of them, they both had their heads over a bowl. And popped my head in between and going, why haven't you got the camera on? But yeah, they are the future of the koi hobby, really, because I think they're only 16, 17-year-old lads. So the more we can nurture the youngsters like that, the better it's going to be for the hobby. Well, I wanted, and I still will eventually, put clear corrugated plastic over the top of the main pond, ready for closing it in for winter. But because the roof of the porch is only done with bits of plastic, I'm going to actually polytunnel plastic. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to concentrate saving my money to get that one done. And I had a big stack of perspex. You probably see, you've probably seen it on the videos, and I've had plenty of visitors, and we've been chatting, and they're saying, oh, I want to build this or I want to do that. I'm like, yeah, take a load of that, you know. And I was looking at it this morning and I'm thinking, you've done them beams on 500 centres. I could just bang the fucking perspex up for the minute, literally just row with a little overlap, and then I can put the polytunnel joining tape down the middle to seal it all up. Would you fucking believe it? I'm about 8 short. Sod's law, innit? I rang Dave up and said, Dave had a load. I'm sure Stu Bob had a load, and yeah, I give a load to quite a few people. Yeah, Brad, Brown Family Koi Adventures. Name's gone at the moment because brain is going overdrive at the moment. I've just had to spend the last hour and a half, 2 hours hoovering out the car. Oh, that was a state, that was. But I've been asked by a couple of people to put a few fish in bowl, and so what I'm going to do is a lot of these bigger ones that are now in the Tosai tank, because I was chatting with people yesterday, and this tank has become my new enigma. And in that I mean, you'd have to go right back to the start of the channel when I had the old filter house, the wooden one with the wooden pond. Now that was only run on a pump fed easy pod and a pump fed shower. That was all the system had, and I managed to get fish to 20 plus centimeters, and there was over 60 plus fish in there. I mean, it's even on video, because I had Adam Bayer come down and visit when I had all the old lot was here, and I actually asked him how am I able to, and he, like me, he couldn't answer it. But the quality, because it was his fish that I was growing on at the time, so yeah, he couldn't believe the what I'd done with them. And this tank has now become that, my enigma, because some of these that I've put in here a few weeks back, yeah, I've got some size on them now. So yeah, I'm going to go through photo, video, some and whatnot, but everything I put on this video is for sale. You will have to come to me if you want it, because I do not have a pet shop license, because I am a hobbyist, so therefore I cannot get them delivered. before anyone starts asking in the comments, can you deliver? Because it happened last time. I hate letting people down. So right at the start, I'm saying, if there's anything here that you are interested in, you will have, you call, go, welcome to come. Anyone's welcome to come and fish the tower with us, you know. I don't mind. But yeah, anyway, sidetracking. This, once I've got the glass doors in, I think this is really going to be my grow tank, which leads me to actually taking that one out, but not taking it out, keeping the pond that's in long block, but turning it into a Mahusive filter, because I love having lots of fish in my pond, you know. I mean, fucking hell, look at Marahiro in Japan, pond, and it is rammed with big fish. Why? Because the whole fucking outer ring is a filtration for it. So my filter my filtration at the moment is handling the fact that I've now got, I think it's 47 in the pond after the one I added to it yesterday, and it's ticking along absolutely lovely with the amount of food that I've been chucking in. And this was another conversation I had with quite a lot of people yesterday, was food, and they were asking me about the Dajiwa food from Mark at Pride and Joy Koi. What a cracking lad he is as well. He definitely underestimated how much food he was going to sell. So if you managed to get what food you wanted off him yesterday, then sweet, because what he's got left today will probably end up going. So but yeah, anyway, as I was saying, since the National, I have fed of the Dajiwa Chinese food, and it was a 50-50 split of the colour and the growth. Since the National, my pond has gone through 22.5 kilos, and I can notice a physical difference to the body of my fish, the way they're looking. So, and because the temperatures are now slowly creeping down, I mean, we've gone back up a degree today, but yesterday I was sitting at 19 degrees. So when I was chatting to him this time round, what I've done is I've got one of each. So I've got one of the colour, one of the growth, I've got one of the staple, and I've got one of the wheat germ. So I've got 2.5 kilos of each, mixed it all up together, and that's what I'm moving to now. So I'm still staying with Dajiwa, but I'm changing the mix that I'm going to use. Now I estimate that will go in the next 6 weeks or so. So then when I put another order in, I will probably do 2 colour and maybe 2 staple, or 2 colour, 1 staple, 1 wheat germ, and then sort of like play it down through the temperatures, because it's not going to be heated this winter. Because if as and when I do the extra filter, that will be done over the winter, early spring. So yeah, enough of my waffle and jibber jabber and all that. I'll tell you what's pissing me off at the moment. Every fucking video is a big shout it out loud title for no fucking reason at all. I don't know. No, I think we should look at some fish. Rin and Matsuba, Rin and metallic, Shusui. We got all sorts in there. So stick around, folks. Testicles. Well, here we go, my little fruit basket. Yes, I know I've got my earrings, so it muffles it a bit, but I do apologise. Anyway, first fish we've got here is a 30 centimetre metallic Charatsuri. So basically, a chagoi in metallic that's got a tsuri banding on it. Here we go, 32 centimetres. They're scaling on it. Absolutely beautiful. I'm taking pictures at the same time. Fuck me, Vince is multitasking. You would have thought it, eh? But tell me that that is not nice. You focus it. Look at the scaling. Absolutely scale perfect. It looks like it's got a tiny little tint of cadogin, but when the camera focuses. But yeah, there we go. Metallic Charizard. Well, this one, I'm in two minds now on whether I put it back in the tank and sell it or I put it in the main pond and keep it. Because, tell you what, they're coming out of there a damn sight bigger than I fucking thought. This one is 34 cm and it's a Rin and Matsuba. And the gin on it is just. So yeah, I'm in the two minds on whether to keep this one or sell it. That's the problem, being able to go to the sweetie shop 2, 3 times a week and come home with fish is just. But yeah, you'll find 99% of these that I'm now selling are ones that I've grown on from the bowl of doom. And yeah, that's fucking cracking. So yeah, 34 cm. Look at that gin. Look at that gin ring. Absolutely beautiful. So yeah, 34 cm. Got a big body. Big, deep body. Come here. As you can see. Absolutely outstanding body. That's just gonna keep growing. Very powerful body. Couple of snaps. So yeah, there we go. One gin ring. In fact, I think that it is as well. That is metallic. That's got a metallic luster to it. It's not full metallic, but it has got. I've just noticed that on the peg fins. But yeah, what fish! Biggest one in the tank. This one is a Kikiguryu. 37 centimeters. Beautiful skin. The gutsiest one in the tank. See this grey under here. This will start to darken up. Yeah. Good of you. So yeah, not. I don't think there is any scales. I know we lost one scale, but Deutsch fish are renowned for flicking scales because there's nothing really holding the scale in place. But yeah, 37 centimeters. Absolutely beautiful skin condition. Now this next one was not a bowl of doomed fish. This one is a fish that came out of the Twisted Rocket Pond when we harvested it earlier this year. And it's changed already, and I guarantee it will go into someone else's pond and it will change again. But the Rin on it is unreal. So what we've got next is a Rin Matsuba. When I turn the camera around, I'll be able to give you the size as well. So here we go. So 27 centimeters, Rin Matsuba. The black is there. It's going through a change at the moment. As you can see. But look at the Rin. Absolutely outstanding fish. And this has put on a good 5 cm since we've had it. So there we go. Focus it, Vincent. Rin Matsuba. Next up, we've got a Deutsch Matsuba. Deutsch redfish with a dark grey zipper. Spin you around. So we've got 30 centimeters. So as you can see, he is a Deutsch fish. So little or no scales on the body line, but with a beautiful grey zipper. Now, 9 times out of 10, what you want is a zipper that looks symmetrical. It's not bad. It's not 100% perfect, as in there's a small scale here that throws it out a little bit, this one here. But other than that, absolutely stunning example of a Deutsch Matsuba. Nice body. Again, feeds like a pig. Let's get some pictures. So yeah, there we go. Deutsch Matsuba. And that's what I'm saying, guys and girls. There's a lot of weight of fish in there, that's for sure. Yeah, we'll get a few more out. I want to get both of the Asagis out into the bowl. The Rin Sorogoi, Rin Kamonru. You've got Chagoya Chiba, And I think there's a Ginrin Chagoi in there as well. There's a chocolate chag in there, I know that. So let's see who I can catch next. Here we have a metallic Hiyutsuri 28 cm. Absolutely cracking little fish, behaving in the bowl as well, which is unusual. You can see the skin luster, that metallic shine. So there we go, metallic Hiyutsuri. So here we have 20 centimetre Shusui. There is black to come back on this left hand side, which should balance it back out. But like I was chatting with a few of the dealers at the show yesterday, and that is one of the main problems with a lot of people. They buy a Shiro or they buy a Showa, and because it doesn't come out straight away, they lose patience and they move them on. But you've got to be patient with them. Now, if you look very carefully, you can actually see that the black is there. It's just a case of when it comes out. Now, when this one was selected through, this one was probably one of the ones that were just a bit too small because the Shiroji is nice on it. But yeah, you can if you look very carefully at an angle, you can see where the sumi is going to come back later on down the body. But like I say, that one, this one especially, that's a progression fish. You know, it's one that you're going to have to nurture for a few years, and then it'll repay you tenfold with a beautiful Shiroturi. For me, the only thing it's got against it is that there's no Mutaguru in the left hand peck, and I'm not sure if there is any. No. So there's a good possibility you're going to have one peck, one white peck, one black peck. But cracking little fish. Now, I do have a couple of different variants of this next one in the Tosai tank, but this one's really nice. It's a Ginrin Hanashasui. You don't see many Ginrins because they're not usually Ginrin. Something Ricky decided he was going to do. He said, I'm going to do Ginrin Shusui next year. And last year he did. And I'll tell you what, they're absolutely fucking cracking. This one's 20 centimetres. I'll spin you around. Ginrin Hanashasui. You see Ginrin scales on that zipper. As that gets bigger, it's going to sparkle. You have got some going down the lateral lines either side. But yeah, Ginrin Shusui. Absolutely cracking fish. So here we go, Rin and Shusui. I think we'll do a couple more and then I'll call that it for today. I've got one in the net. I'll see if I can net up a couple of couple more of the cheeky monkeys that are in here, i.e. the Ginrin Karashi guys. But yeah, let's say there's a few Ginrin Shisuis in there still, but them ones are slightly smaller than this one, I think you'll find. So here we go. Got nice Harawaki down here as well. I didn't get the Snowasaki out, did I? No. Bugger. Right, so we'll get him back in and then we'll do a couple more and call it a day today. Here we have some glitter. Feisty little fuckers they are, I'm telling you. Ginrin, Aragoki, Chagoi, that one. Look at those scales. And then this one is slightly bigger. Oh my word. Oh my word. So yeah. Ginrin, Aragoki. That one is Karashi grade. That one's definitely Chagoi. But there we go. Some absolutely banging Ginrin Aragokis. When they get bigger, they're going to look absolutely awesome. Absolutely awesome. Well, I've got a couple in the net, and then I'm going to call that it for today. Unless I can catch the Ginrin Kamonru. So give me a minute, and we will have the Kajaku first. So here we have Kajaku. Good colour, good reticulation, nice body. And yeah. Come here. It's a 23 cm. Beautiful metallic. So there we go. Kajaku. Press pause instead of stopping. Oh, didn't measure it again. But this one is a Kogane Chiba. See, it's got a metallic luster, but the scaling on this one and the colour is just sublime. Those scales is absolutely scale perfect. Look, absolutely beautiful. Now we've calmed him down. There we go. 20, 26.5 cm. Real nice luster on it. Look at the scale. Here we go, Kagane Chiba. What we got here is a failure to communicate. No, what we've got here is an absolutely blinding little Kikasui. Put that in a heated grow on, and that will fly along. The skin quality. Absolutely sublime. I'll get the netting, it'll be easier. And I know people will say, but there's Benny in the peg fin. Don't matter, the Benny actually follows the pattern, so, you know, it is what it is. But I honestly think that this will throw out some more black and become a Deutsch Yamatonishki. Because if you look very closely, you can see a bit there in the centre on the shoulder, tiny bit there on his head, and a tiny little bit there behind the dorsal, and I pretty much guarantee you'll get a few more come out as well. But yeah, that is going to make a really nice Deutsche Mato. Skin quality. So one more. I want to get this Snow Asagi up because I want to have a look. Because then I want to get the other bowl out and get the one from the main pond out so that I can pick the best one for myself. I don't need two Snow Asagi's, but I got a sneaky suspicion that this one is going to become a really nice Ginrin Asagi, not Snow Asagi, because I'm going to get it out. I'm absolutely fucking sure that there's Matsubamon coming on the top. And if that's true, then it's going to be an absolutely stunning Ginrin Asagi, that's for sure. So let me, you just see it skipping about there. Let me press pause. We'll get you in the bowl and we'll have a look. So yeah, at a first glance, it looks like a Snow Asagi. It's got one little rogue Benny scale just here, but if you look, focus your fucker. If you look very carefully to the shoulders, you can see that Matsubamon is coming very, very slowly. So that is going to make one really, really good Asagi's. And it's got Kuchibeni. But yeah, not a Snow Asagi, a normal Asagi. Psychotic like they normally are. Come here. 26 cm. And this is from last year's Asagi spawning. But like I say, with that Matsubamon only just starting to come out, that is going to be an absolutely stonking Asagi. You can just see it starting to come in. There we go. 26 centimetres. Rin Asagi. Last one, I promise. What we got here is a Rin Komonru at 20 centimetres. And as we know with Komonru, they do change. And this one has changed quite a bit. This one is one of the ones I actually raised from fry last year. These were the ones that were in the Frankenstein pond. So yeah, and it's got a beautiful Rin zipper. Not that you can see much of it at the moment because of the black. But I tell you, when that black shifts and changes again, because they always do when they go into a different pond, you'll probably see those Rin scales then. But yeah, well, you got a little flash of it on the side there, look. And what's his name from Chris from Brand Family Koi Adventures. He took the scaled counterpart to this one, the Matsuka Baki. I actually gave it to his son, and that has changed completely since he's had it off me. So yeah, this one will change without a shadow of a doubt. But yeah, you can just make out that the Ginrin in the scales. Yeah, Ginrin Kumonero. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen, guys and girls. I'm not going to go for net up the ones that were advertised already in the main pond. You know, I've pointed them out enough times. If there is anything that you have spotted in the Tosai tank that you are interested in, if you haven't got my number, drop me an email and we will sort you out. They are going to be advertised elsewhere as well. So, yep, first come, first serve. But as you can see, that's I think that's not even half of the fish that are in there. So I've got a big weight of fish in there, and as you can see, they are growing and they're growing well in there. So yeah, I will probably pick you up tomorrow because I'll explain it all tomorrow. But it looks like I'm going to have to try and squeeze it into my sump with some postcrete or something. But yeah, that's another video. So on that note, and I've decided to use the perspex for the roof, and yeah, I got enough to make a start and get 3/4 of it done, and then Nick's going to drop me in some more. So that'll be a video for tomorrow, no doubt. That'll be starting the roof off, and then I'll explain the pump. I'll explain about the sump. But on that note, guys, don't forget on your way out, hit the like spot, like, share, subscribe, and all that schmizzle. I've been Twisted Koi. You lot out there, you know you're great. And like I said, we won't be at the farm tomorrow. We will be Wednesday, but you'll see a video from me either tomorrow or Tuesday. Anyway, guys, catch you later. Have a good rest of the bank holiday weekend.
That's all, cupcakes.
Yes, makes it all worth it.